Hello, I'm Dr. Karen Hiltz, and I want to welcome you to this week's session of the Apple Report. We're back, and we're going to talk about various subjects with regards to, obviously, education. But this week, I wanted to kind of highlight school choice. We just ended National School Choice Week, which happens every year at the end of January. And the intent of that program is to inform and educate parents, children, families with regards to what's out there. They don't advocate for one environment over another, but they do try to inform because this environment of school choice and what's out there can be very daunting. Each state has its own unique aspects and legislation and programs, legislative programs. I did come across some data doing some research that at the end of 2019, which we all know that traditional public school is where the majority of children go to school. And based on some data from educationdata.org, they identified that by the end of 2019, school year 2019, there were 56.6 million children in K-12. Now, out of that, 50.8 million are in traditional public school. The other 5.8 million go to private school. But as you see, that's almost 90% of the children who are in K-12 education go to a traditional public school. Now, within the public school arena, you can break that down even further because there's charter schools, there's vouchers, there's scholarships, there's tax credits. A lot of those go for private school, though, but still, there's savings accounts. So there is a range of school choice options within the public education system. And those are legislated by each state legislature. But getting back to school choice and National School Choice Week, some of you might ask, why do we need to have school choice? Well, that's a good question. But my question back to you is, why not? We have choices for many aspects of our life. For example, why do we have 100 different models and makes of cars? Why do we have hundreds of thousands of floor plans for homes, for buildings? Why do we go into a store and choose between thousands of pieces of clothing when we go shopping? It's because we like choice. We're all individuals. We're not the same shape and size. We all don't think alike. And so therefore, as Americans, not only do we like choice, but we're used to having choices. We decide, again, what kind of car to drive, what kind of house to live in, who we're going to marry, what state we're going to live in, et cetera, et cetera. There's a whole range of elements that we have choices in our life. So why shouldn't education have choices as well? Now, some people say, well, having school choice hurts the children. Well, I would say that having one choice, basically one choice, we're hurting the children because there again, as I previously stated, we're all unique. We're all individuals. We all think differently. We all learn differently. We all view things differently. And the experiences that we have help shape that. Unfortunately, we have too many children coming out of K-12 education that aren't trained. They don't have the skills necessary to go into the workforce. They don't really have the foundation with regards to go on to college. That's not everywhere. I am generalizing. I understand that. But we have to understand that, again, we don't all learn the same. I personally am partial to project-based learning. My business career was in project management, program project management. And I enjoyed the team environment. I enjoyed bringing what I knew to the table and learning from the other team members so that we could get the project to completion. Now, sometimes it took a little bit longer and cost a little bit more money, but the point is that I worked with engineers, I worked with logisticians, I worked with analysts, I worked with accounting professionals. My expertise was contracting. And so not only did I learn from them, but hopefully they learned from me as well. And that enabled us to move together as we identified the goals and were able to reach them and stuff. So there again, I like project-based learning, but there are other people who like the traditional academic style of lecture. There are other people who like to work online. There are some people who don't like to work online. They want to have that face, that interaction and stuff. So there again, why should we not offer choices when it comes to the educational environment that our children have? We need to expose them to the things that will help them succeed, the programs, the processes, the environments that will help them succeed. I'm not a real artsy, crafty, creative person, but there are many children out there who are very gifted with regards to those types of opportunities. So let's think a little bit more broadly about school choice and why we need to have school choice. So with that said, I will move forward with some other topics on education, and as well as some positives that came out of 2020. And I ask you to like and share this video. I ask you to look for my books, buy my books. I have 2 books out there. You can buy them online or at your local bookstore. One of them is The Case for Choice, and the other one is called The Apple Report, Diary of a Public School Board Member. So I will talk to you next week, and I hope you have a great day.